Guys, what's happening? It's been a while since I've been out here. This is Jared Weezy with Profiles That Pop. I want to see who is out there at noon Central on a Friday. And why do I want to do this, guys? Hopefully, let me know in the comments that you can see this, that everything's coming across okay. It has been a while since I have done a live, and I have been seeing people struggling. I've been seeing people struggling with their value, what makes them pop, quite succinctly, right? That's my brand. That's what I do. I help people pop. And I've been seeing a lot of people applying to get help, and they're all kind of having the same issue. Their value is not coming across in the seconds that they get. And really that may be the only chance you get. Now, you've got the traditional route of applying, let's say, for a job. If you're a job seeker, you apply for a job and you go with the traditional route of sending off a resume. Well, I've had one extreme example where somebody talked to me about using my services, and I said, well, how are things going? And they came back to me and said, well, I've got a service that sent off 5,000 resumes. And I just paused and I tried to keep my jaw from dropping and said, how's that working for you? And interestingly, that person was actually very satisfied. And I thought that was very interesting. Okay. Because that's kind of the opposite of getting some real traction, is to just do what I would call spray and pray. So guys, tell me you're here. Make sure we can see this. It says that we're live. I want to know if you can see my profile. It should be showing in the background, and I'm on a different screen trying to navigate. I don't see any comments here yet. It tells me that we're live. Could just be that it takes a little while for people to join, and I get that. You know, we're a couple minutes in. But do tell me what's going on. What's your struggle? And you should be able to see in the description what I was asking for you to do. If you would like a profile pop-up, as I call them, I've got some examples of what to do in the comments, and I will be glad to take a look and give you a profile pop-up. You guys seeing that? It looks like, okay, hi, Lewis, I see you there. Nice to see you. Glad you can see me. Looks like you can hear me then as well. If you are interested in a profile pop-up, let's just start off with that. Have you heard of Lewis, for example? Have you heard of a profile pop-up? I did a bunch of these, almost 300 of them in 2019, or I should say since 2019. I started at the beginning of 2019. Have you guys heard of my profile pop-up, and have you seen any of them? That's what I'd like you to point out in the comments. But I think you can see me here. I'm going to go a little bit smaller now that I get my face out of the way and put my profile there. Again, Lewis, great to see you there. Where are you tuning in from? I'm going to jump over here in the meantime, if I can. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this kind of in a retro way. I'm going to try to tap into the comments offline. I'm doing this slightly differently. It's been a little while since I've done a LinkedIn Live, but I'm in the throes here. I'm going to add in a little comment back to you as we're doing this. So, Lewis, I'm pulling up your profile right now. I see that you're a project manager, scrum master. Looks like you're in the Montreal area. BA, Agile practitioner. I love it. You're speaking my language. Maybe you don't know, but that is basically my day job. But tell me, what is going on? Okay, now, Mohammed, unfortunately not. Maybe you can add a little bit of an explanation of what that means. Maybe you don't know the profile pop-up. Is that what you mean? I'm hoping that you can still hear me. And do you guys see the instructions in the post that I shared? Let's start with that as well. I'm going to jump back from what I can see. Yeah, looks like in this description, it should have my steps in there. Tell me if you can see all that. And you know what I'm going to do as well? I'm going to add a comment here if I can. I'm going to do my best to upload it. I've got an example of what I call Ikigai. And I don't know if you guys have heard of this before. There it is. Excellent. I do have it ready to go. I've got more content on this, but it's essentially Ikigai career circles. And I'm throwing that out there too. you should be able to get to that link and hopefully see some more content on it. But I've got a lot more on my website as well. I would love to see if you guys have, if you can see that comment with that picture. Please look for that comment right now and give it a like so that I know you guys are seeing it. Let me go back to the comments here. Nice to see you, Harsh Kumar and Mohammed. You said yes, would be good to know what you're saying yes to. I'm sorry, I don't quite follow what you're saying there. But if you guys give me some more details, that would be awesome in the comments. Then I can know best what you are seeing. And Reombo, if I'm Riombo, I'm sorry, hopefully I'm saying your name correctly. You're saying you can see all, that's wonderful. And Harsh Kumar, yes, everything is fine, excellent. So guys, if you look at the description in this, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna back up and walk you through how do you get to see what it is that's broadcasting live right now. So I'm gonna scroll down. If you go to my profile, here's how you can get to this live broadcast and see the action, literally see the comments as they're unfolding. So I'm going to get rid of that. If you go to my recent activity, like you see here, you click on posts, that will then limit and you'll see the actual posts that I've been doing. And here's what I would suggest you do. Right away before you get into this, click on most relevant and change that to most recent. Do you see how I just did that? Now it says most recent right here. Please leave me a comment if you are seeing me doing this. Again, it's been a while since I've done one of these lives. I just want to make sure that these are working. So for example, now what I've done is literally 56 seconds ago is now the top most recent comment. And if I were to scroll down, 4 minutes ago, Lewis chimed in with a yes. So I would like to reply to some of these comments, or at least show you that I saw them. Nice to see you all. Great, you can see this here, but by all means, take a look now. The reason I wanted to show you this is if you click right there now at the top, you can expand this. You can even take this into a new window. You can say copy link, go up here into a new window. I'm not sure you're going to see a second tab. I'm going to try to jump over and see. Yeah, it looks like you should be able to see that. It looks like it's broadcasting. Takes a little while to show, but when you see the second tab, now you'll notice it's a bit odd because now LinkedIn takes over and you see how it changes to say video live. So this is where things now on the right side, you're only going to see the most recent comments, and it's going to be really hard to see those. That's why I don't like that view. I would rather that you go back here and now you've got more control over this. And you could always, if you had to, the only struggle or only problem with this is you could hit refresh. And now that you're on the post section, you'll come back here and you can say comments, click on the comments link, and again, click on most recent. And then we've got 2 minutes ago, we've got a comment, and I'm not sure if we've got other people that are still there. I'm going to jump back over and see if we've got more comments coming in. So guys, how are you doing today? I'm going to throw something else out here. Can you see that little video playing? It says, got yours, free LinkedIn profile pop-up. Something new that StreamYard is allowing us to do is I can share with you a pre-made video, if you will. And the whole idea of this video is it keeps on playing, and well, I'm not sure it's going to keep on playing. I may have to do this once in a while. But this was a little tagline that I had a long time ago, saying that you've got 7 seconds. Here are 3 or more tips for first impressions with a profile pop-up. That's something I started doing in 2019. And literally that was it. And what I do with a profile pop-up, as soon as I see somebody commenting here that, you know, they give me 3 things, they answer those 3 things that I asked for in the description, we will get into it and I will show you on the spot what a profile pop-up is like. So tell me, guys, did I lose you? Are you still there? We're 9 minutes in. If somebody can tell me what they're looking for, that would be wonderful, and I will be glad to do a profile pop-up. But you got to say the things that I'm asking for so that I know best how I can help you. And let me just check some comments here. I will, you know what I could do is, essentially what you could do, guys, is you could put in, here's the hashtag for it. If you click on that hashtag, I'm going to do that right now. And hopefully you are seeing what I just did. I'm going to go back over There you go. You weren't seeing it because all of a sudden it was taken over. I'm going to back up and show you what I did again. Okay, this. Hang on a second. Let me go find it. What I did is I was in the live and I put down in the comment, again, it's hard to see, but I put in the comment hashtag profile pop-up. And what it did is when you click on that hashtag profile pop-up, you see that I am live right now with one, which is great. And you also see that, boy, my screen just started flashing. I don't know if I'm still live. Are we still there? You guys still seeing everything? Maybe having a glitch right now. Apologize if you are not seeing this. Let me know. Interesting how things just kind of started glitching out. I kid you not. I think I'm going to close that browser down. I was supposedly sharing that browser. I'm going to share the entire screen. Let me see if this will work and if I can resurrect. Now that gets a little odd, so I'm going to try to avoid that, but I've got my StreamYard there. Now I'm going to be relying on you guys to tell me what's going on. Can you see me in the comments here? I'm clicking on comments. We've got 12 comments out there. Randy, you said yes, I appreciate that. So I'm literally going to show you how I'm seeing things. I'm in my most recent activity. You guys can see that right up here, most recent, and then I went to posts. And when I scroll down, this allows me to, now that I said most recent, I can expand on this. What about now, Lewis? Are you able to see things? I see your comment here, nothing can be seen, and I apologize, but hopefully I just got it back again. And if not, I may have to abandon this one, guys. I'm sorry, but it kind of had an issue. So I'm going to refresh the screen here and see if I'm getting new comments from you. And if not, we'll have to take this offline. Let's do most relevant. I don't want that because it's not going to show me the most recent. So here's that trick, guys. You got to go to most recent because the default is always most relevant. Now that I do this, you can see me plus the screen 23 seconds ago. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Randy, for clarifying. So guys, you can see I literally wanted to show you how you can be watching and seeing all these comments as they're in here. But most importantly, at this point, people are struggling to have profiles that pop. You've got to back up. If you're struggling with that, notice what I've got down here toward the end of this description on the post. You got to start from the top with what I call Ikigai career circles. Go to that link, click on it right there. And if I were to do that and I right click and I open up into a new tab, this is what it will look like. You've got 10 followers. It was something that I started a while back, but I didn't push real heavy. But what it'll do is you'll start seeing my diagram and maybe some other content. There you go, some other content that I had done a while ago. So it's not the end all be all, but what I was trying to get at is actually the diagram. And there's the diagram as well. I put it in a comment already. So I've got this also on my website. If you'd like to know more about Ikigai career circles, let me know. But let me just walk you through this while we're in here. I'm still hoping you can see my screen. I've got the whole thing shared. So most people start off with this red circle, right? They go to school, they get a degree to get a job. They get the job. They're down here in the pay in the bottom section. I'm not sure if you're able to see me moving the mouse around, so let me know if you can, but I'm going to kind of point out where I'm at. So they're kind of going from the left circle, talents, the blue one, and they get some talents in school. They go and now are seeking a profession, and they need to get a job that pays them. Eventually, they want to go up the career ladder. They are in pursuit of a better job that pays more. And they start to realize, well, how can I get paid more? I need to consider the yellow circle, the needs. What would the world pay me for my abilities and my gifts? So you notice, though, the interesting thing now is the needs are on the opposite side of your talents. What the world needs had better line up with your unique talents. When that starts happening, now you're back into the middle here, and you are hitting your Ikigai. And as you can see, you're either competent but not confident. You've got a lot of training, a lot of skills, you're in school. But when you get over to that right circle, you may be confident, but you're not competent anymore. Maybe you need to go and get more training. So then you start finding out, well, what's my true desire? What are my true purpose. Basically, what is my true purpose? What is my true calling? You start realizing, you get tired of the rat race, and you move into the purpose in that upper right, and you start looking for things that you love to do. And another way to look at this, guys, and so in short, what I just got done explaining to you is the typical way I think people do Ikigai. And what is a better way to do it? Or here's another way. You've heard of starving artists, right? There's someone who is an artist and they love what they do. They're in the top red circle. They are loving what they do. They could do it all day long. They just love it. But guess what? Either nobody knows about it, nobody wants to pay them for it, so they are what's called a starving artist. It's the opposite of that pay, the green circle. So they're stuck in that upper red circle and they're not getting paid for it. Now, they may be a great artist, they've got some great talent, and hopefully the world eventually wants what they produce. Unfortunately, a lot of artists, for example, don't become famous until they die. Well, you can't die, right? Ikigai is about living. So we need to find a way for you to get paid for your great talents, your interests, your skills, and your desires, your loves. So that's kind of the way of Ikigai. And I would suggest a better way of approaching it would be the green circle. Figure out what it is you love to do, what you're passionate about, but you got to be good at it as well. Okay, that's where the talents comes in. Then it's got to be considering your lifestyle, right? Is it something the world needs? Could you see yourself doing this day in, day out? And could you get paid for it? That's the kind of lifestyle aspect that now brings all these other circles into it to hopefully hit right smack in the middle on Ikigai. Anyway, guys, does that make sense what I'm saying about Ikigai? I'm going to refresh. I'm going to refresh my shares here, the post, and I'm going to see if you guys are there, if we've got anybody tuning in. I'm going to click on comments here, and I'm going to click on most recent, and let's make sure that you guys can see this now. Okay, 4 minutes ago, I got a comment here that goes back 4 minutes. I'm not sure that you guys just saw this. If you didn't, I apologize. I was trying to get this to show, not sure that it did. So I do apologize, but I'm going to end it there and let's see what happens in the comments instead. But I just went through Ikigai a little bit, guys, and I wanted you to see how you need to make sure that you are pursuing that which makes you come alive, something you're great at, but you've also got to consider, as you can see here in the diagram, something that the world needs and would pay you for. Okay, that's what I'm going to leave you with, guys. Trying the LinkedIn Lives again, it's been a while. Apologies for the technical difficulties. I'll look back at the replay and see how it came across, but hope you guys are having a great Friday. Let me know if you're interested in a profile pop-up. If you are, provide the answers in the comments of the things that I asked, and I'll be glad to give you one. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.